Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to the video. Hey guys, today's video is going to be all about my skincare favorites for dry skin this winter. Now, I'm new to the dry skin scene, like in the last year or so. So if there are things here that I am missing that you recommend, let us know down below. But so far, these are the things that have been absolutely saving my skin since becoming a dry skin person, since using retinol, aging, all of that great stuff, you know? So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, then just keep watching. Okay, I'm gonna go through kind of like in the order of operation of like how I would use it. So first of all, I want to just get this out of the way. Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I love this. Now, I myself personally grew up as a Vaseline at night on the lips type person, but I always had chronically dry lips. And let me tell you, the medicine I'm on makes me very dry all the time. This has been the first kind of lip balm daily lip situation that has really helped my lips. I've had I haven't had dry, cracked, bleedy lips ever since I bought these. Like, absolutely love it. So if you have not ventured out to try these, I highly recommend. The pear is personally my favorite, but I love pear. I also love the peach one. They are mostly clear. I think the berry one has like a little bit of a pink tinge to it, but they're pretty much clear. I use these, I make sure that I put this on before I go to bed. I have tried their lip sleeping mask. I don't necessarily love that because I hate like putting my finger in it. Don't love that as much. I love this application method. So this one I highly recommend if you have not tried it. We are going to talk as if like, let's say I'm starting my day. The first thing that I'm doing, and I actually wash my face morning and night. I know a lot of dry skin people don't do that, but I come from an oily background, okay? And I have acne prone skin. Now, I don't do this every single time, but if I use my retinol at night, the next morning I'm for sure washing my face. I want to get that off. I want to get all that dead skin off. If I use like an overnight mask or something, I wash it off. So I would say like 5 out of 7 days, I'm washing my face in the morning and at night, and I'm washing it with this, the Cerave Hydrating Facial Cleanser. No suds, no bubbles, no dryness, just cream, luscious, soft. I know if you come from a bubbly background, like you really like sudsiness to feel clean, this is not going to give you that satisfaction, but it is going to actually clean your skin and be very gentle. I highly recommend it. What I do normally is I wash my hands, put this on, and I massage it nice and gently into my face, my ears, all of the goods. So good. I don't put it on my eyes just because I use micellar water to clean makeup off my eyes, so I don't really have the need to do that. But I do use it all over my face and the hairline, ears, all of that nonsense. And I really love it. And it's very just like soft and gentle. And then I just take a nice little like washcloth or a makeup eraser, something like that, and just take gentle warm water and kind of wipe it away. It's very nice and gentle. If you have like very inflamed acne skin, please try this gentle cleanser. Please try this gentle cleanser. Your poor skin needs some help, okay? So after moisturizing, while my face is still a little bit damp, I will put on this Bliss Glow and Hydrate Hyaluronic Acid and Niacinamide Serum. This, it says in the morning massage, it says to put it onto clean dry skin, but it has hyaluronic acid on it, so I put it onto clean wet skin. But I really love this as a first step because it moisturizes my skin and it really does sink in. I like to think of this like, okay, imagine you are dyeing a piece of clothing, okay? In order for the dye to fully soak in, the clothing has to be wet. So that is how I feel about my skin. My skin is so dry, it's like a dry piece of clothing, and I have that little bit of moisture from the water, from washing my face, I put this on, it soaks in, and that makes my face moist and nice and ready to accept more moisture. So I feel like this is a crucial step for me, to put something that's lightweight and it soaks in, but it really like hydrates the skin and prepares it for all the rest of the moisture that I'm about to put on. So I'd say I probably use this 4 out of 5 days, and then 3 days a week, instead of using that, I will use my vitamin C. I hate that this is so good, guys, but it is so good, especially if you have acne scars. This is really good at like evening your skin tone, brightening your skin. Like, I really did not buy into the hype. I got like a mini, like a Sephora Perk mini at some point. That mini changed my life. I was like, that's it. And I bought this, and this one is sadly almost empty, and I'm gonna have to fork out the money again, unless you guys tell me your favorite vitamin C's, because I've never tried another vitamin C. But I do love this Sunday Riley C.E.O. vitamin C 15% brightening serum. I really hate things that say brightening, because one, I'm really pale and I don't necessarily want to be any brighter, and two, it gives the idea that brighter and lighter skin is better. So I don't like when people say that. I don't like that like messaging, that marketing. But it does like even the skin tone. So if you have acne scars, redness, melasma, freckles, it's so good. I really do notice a difference when I use this. Like the next day I'm like, wow, my skin looks so good. But I do only use it 3 times a week-ish, because it's so expensive, okay? After I put on one of those, I let them soak in, give them their 10 minutes. With those are pretty lightweight, so they usually only take like 4 to 5 minutes actually to soak into the skin. And previously, what I was using was the Cerave moisturizing cream. Now, if you are a dry skin person, and you don't use this, pick it up, baby. This is like, if anything is wrong with your skin, you just pack it on. Have you ever watched The Marvelous Miss Maisel? Because when she gets ready for night, she puts that cream all over her face. It's like an inch thick. This is what I think of. This actually soaks in, and it's like a really nice moisturizer. In a second, I'm gonna demonstrate in a second, but I'm gonna show you what I've been using instead. But I've gone through multiples of these. I love this. I use it day and night. It really does sink into my skin. It does not feel like a mask or filmy or anything like that. But I have recently instead been using the moisturizing lotion by Cerave and actually mixing it with the ordinary squalane oil. So what I do is I'll take like probably 2 pea sizes of this and about a little pumper of this guy, and I mix it up in my hands, and what I actually do is like I pat it on, right? So then it's like nice and thick and gloppy, but I make sure that it's real even. I get it on my neck, get it on my hands, rub it into my hands, get the hands nice and moisturized. Give this some time to like sit there almost like a mask, like a moisturizing mask first, and then I go in and I really like focus it over, you know, dry patches or in my nose, under my eyes, all that good stuff. So what I want to do here is I want to show you the difference between the lotion and the cream on my hand, because they are very similar in the fact that they have ceramides. They're very, very hydrating. But, you know, the cream is just a tad, let's see. So this is the cream and this is the lotion. So if you have dry or oily to normal skin, I would say use that. It melts down more like a gel. And then if you have dry skin, look at that bad boy. But they both blend into the skin and leave nothing but hydration behind. Like, and they don't feel sticky or icky or goopy or anything like that. I highly recommend both of these. And if you wanted to, you could use this one as like a nighttime moisturizer and the lotion as a daytime moisturizer. Now I do use the squalane and lotion mixture before I put on makeup. I used it today. and my skin really loves it. I really like this as like an easy, like I'm mixing two things so it doesn't seem easy, but the amount of moisture and goodness that comes out of using these together really feels easy. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like if you're trying everything with your skincare and you're like, ugh, these things together just feel like calm, comforting, easy. They're just gonna work. They don't have a lot of extra junk in them. They're very affordable. Highly recommend. And I do recommend the squalane oil for people even that if they have oily skin, because it is a lightweight oil and it actually soaks into the skin. It doesn't really like sit on top. It's not too thick. It doesn't take too long to soak in. One that does take a long time to soak in is the Ordinary rosehip seed oil, which I also recommend for lightening acne scars. I usually will only use this at nighttime, and I use it after I put on all my skincare, all my moisturizers, and I put a nice thick layer on top of everything and let that bask into my skin overnight. And in the morning, my skin is nice and soft. So in the daytime, normally, after I put on my squalane and moisturizing lotion mixture, I let that soak in for a good 15 to 20 minutes because that I do put on quite thick. It is a little bit more hydrating and I don't want to like mix in my other products. I want it to kind of soak into my skin first, but after that I normally like make my coffee or make a breakfast or get dressed or whatever. After that I put on my sunscreen, and I've tried quite a few sunscreens in my time that have broken me out. And I've tried quite a few that are matte because when I had oily skin, I was like, matte, everything I need matte. I need to mattify this face. I need no one to know that my face exists in 3 dimensions. So I've tried a lot of matte sunscreens as well, but this one has been my favorite. It is only an SPF 30, which for my pale skin, I probably do need to go up. But this is a chemical sunscreen. This is the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter sunscreen. This also helps. I don't know what the heck is in it. I'll have to look up the other stuff to see what actives are in it that are for that. But this is a beautiful sunscreen. It's kind of like thin. Let me just put a little dab on here. And ooh, here it is. Like so. And I just want to show how radiant it makes my skin. So you can see the moisturizer has soaked into my skin, and then this is the sunscreen. So if you've ever seen any of my makeup videos, in the beginning when I start and I don't have any makeup on and my skin is very radiant, this is what you're seeing. This is what gives me my radiance, my priming properties, if you will. So I really enjoy this as a, look at that. Okay, normal hand. Look at how radiant. I love it. But that is my favorite, and it's got a bonus because it's kind of like a glowy primer, you know? Now these last 2 things are on the like a little bit more expensive realm, and they are more like treatments, okay? So first, Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I love this as a makeup primer. I've never tried it as a mask, like wearing it for only like 15 minutes. I've worn it like overnight or as a moisturizer during the day or as a primer, and I really like this when I am having like bad breakouts. I feel like this helps to, like, sometimes when I have a breakout and I put makeup on it, I feel like I'm irritating it, and then I'm just gonna go wash it off, and I'm irritating it, and I'm irritated, I don't know, like, and it just feels like I'm suffocating it almost, whereas when I put this on over an active breakout, it like nourishes the area and kind of builds a barrier, and not in a suffocating way, but in a nourishing way. So I feel like this really helps me to get my breakouts to heal in a less disgusting manner, less dry, flaky manner, even though I don't always use it. Like, this is quite dry and flaky, but it's fine. I need to use it on this, but it is so expensive that I try to like use it sparingly. And then I do also love it as a primer. I really feel like this is the thing that helped me to be able to get into makeup the way that I did when I did, because I was so acne prone that every time that I would wear any kind of makeup, I had some sort of reaction. I would break out. It was terrible. And I was just like, I'm never going to be able to wear makeup because my skin hates it so much. Like every time I would wear makeup, I'd have like 6 zits pop up. And so this really helped me to create a barrier between my skin and the products. So anything that kind of irritates my skin, I put this on and it's just like a lovely little savior. And I think definitely in the winter, if I were planning on ever going outside again, which I just truly, I don't see much hope there. But I would use this as like a wind protectant as well. Like just put this on, no makeup on, you know, out in the winter. Yeah, but I highly recommend this, even if you don't have dry skin, because this isn't too like creamy. And I definitely did start using this when I had oily skin, but I do think this is like really great for dry, flaky areas to help calm them down. And then another very calming thing, which us dry skin people love, calming. Calming in the name is calling us, right? And this is the Ren Evercalm Overnight Recovery Balm for Sensitive Skin. Guys, this stuff, I'm gonna put this on my other hand. This stuff is thick and viscous. If you have oily skin, you're not gonna like this texture at all. But I'm gonna put it here. Look at that. It's like Vaseline almost. Oh my gosh, but it like melts. It's, I think it's like a natural scent. I don't, and it, look at that. I've seen Katie Jane Hughes use this like under her foundation, which I've never tried to use this like during the day. But look at that. Oof. It's, oh gosh, I don't know. When I feel like my skin is having a really bad reaction to my retinol, like if I up my dosage or whatever, and I have like a really just dry, flaky, red, inflamed situation going on, which thankfully has only happened like a handful of times, this is my rescue. This is my, I'm so sorry that I've hurt you, put this all over, go to bed, wake up happy, you know? And the final thing that I want to recommend for dry skin, and actually like all people, is a humidifier. I'm gonna put mine here. I think mine's the home something, not sure. But mine is kind of smaller, and I have it by the bedside, and I fill it up every single night, and it helps the air in your nostrils not be dry and disgusting. It helps you prevent from getting a cold or anything like that. And it also helps your dry skin and even dry hair if you are having hair problems. And the winter is a terrible time for the dryness, and it actually helps with the static. So, highly recommend that as well. So sorry about the sound. I'm pretty sure they're not going to stop, so I'm going to just finish up here. Okay. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much, and I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!